Are you a bad mom? Have you ever locked yourself in the bathroom just to cry in silence because your child with ADHD was having yet another meltdown? Because someone, maybe a teacher, maybe a family member, said something that made you feel like a failure? Are you crying because you cannot take one more second of the yelling, the judgment, the confusion, the exhaustion? When you sit in silence with tears rolling down your face, do you ask yourself, what am I doing wrong? Why can't I handle this? Am I just a bad mom? If that is where you are right now, I want you to know that you are not alone. And more importantly, you are not failing. You're the reason I created this video because you have probably tried everything to help your child who has ADHD. You have probably tried the routines, the timeouts, the sticker charts, the breathing exercises. You have probably read all the parenting books, and still the chaos in your home continues. Still, your child with ADHD pushes boundaries, melts down over the smallest things, and makes you feel like you are walking on eggshells in your own home. And deep down, you wonder if maybe the problem is you. I have been there. My name is Lola, and I'm the mother of a son who was diagnosed with ADHD. My son was only 3 years old when the daycare started calling me for the third time in 1 week. He's aggressive, they complained. He doesn't listen. He needs more discipline. And in that moment, I felt the sting of every doubt I've ever had about myself as a parent. I was already trying everything to make my sweet, precious little boy act normal. I was already blaming myself, and now it seems the world was blaming me too. The world was confirming that I was a bad mom. You might be living with that kind of guilt every single day for not making your child act normal. You feel like no matter what you do, it is never enough. You're yelling at your child with ADHD more than you want to. You're avoiding going out because your child's meltdowns are just too unpredictable. You are watching your child struggle and it hurts because you love them so deeply and you want to help your child, but you just don't know how. And no one told you what is really going on with your child. No one told you that your child with ADHD has a brain that is just wired differently, that what looks like defiance or laziness is actually your child's nervous system in distress. No one told you that ADHD doesn't just mean that your child cannot sit still or focus on task. It means that your child may feel things more intensely, explode emotionally without warning, struggle with simple tasks, and then feel shame afterwards, just like you do. Yet you are the one carrying the shame at the school drop off line, at the family gathering, at bedtime when it all falls apart again. And worst of all, you're blaming yourself. So let me say this plainly: you are not a bad mom. You are a mom doing the impossible of parenting a child with ADHD whose brain the world does not understand, often without the tools, the support, or the compassion you need. And that exhaustion you feel, that is not failure. That is you showing up day after day for a child who needs you more than words can say. So you listen up. No one gave you the map for this situation, this crisis in the making. I remember one morning after my son had a huge meltdown. I sat on the floor of his room and I cried. I did not yell. I did not try to fix anything. I just cried with my son, and something in me shifted that day. I realized I did not need another behavior chart. I did not need to parent harder. I just needed to understand what was really happening with my precious little boy, my baby. That was the beginning of everything changing for me. Not because my son suddenly became normal or parenting him suddenly became easier, but because I stopped trying to force a version of parenting that was never meant for my son's brain or mine. If you are stuck in that same spiral of guilt, shame, anger, and fear, I want to help you take your first exhaustion free breath again. If you are exhausted from the emotional roller coaster of parenting your child with ADHD, you are not imagining it and you are not failing. The behaviors you deal with daily, the outbursts, the talk back, the overreactions that make you feel helpless, they are not signs of defiance. They are signs of a brain that is overwhelmed and struggling to regulate itself. When your child screams because their sandwich was cut the wrong way, it is not because your child is being unreasonable. It is because their brain is reacting to sudden change and distress. So the next time that happens, I want you to pause and breathe and remind yourself my child with ADHD is not misbehaving. My child is overwhelmed. This one shift of pausing and taking a much needed breath will change how you approach even the hardest moments in your home. Maybe you're also caught in the exhausting cycle of constant yelling and correction, then feeling terrible afterwards. You try so hard to stay calm, but nothing works, and you and your child with ADHD both end up in tears or silence. If that is you, it is time to stop pushing harder and start reaching for connection. Children with ADHD respond best when they feel emotionally safe. So instead of jumping straight into discipline, just slow down. Look your child in the eyes and say, I can see you're really upset. Let's breathe together. A simple, consistent connection will build the trust your child needs to calm down and cooperate with you. So think connection first and correction second. If you're quietly comparing your child to other people's children, your friend's child is already reading chapter books, getting invited to birthday parties, and handling homeworks alone while your child still struggles with everyday routines. It is easy to feel like you're always behind, but your child is not broken or behind. Your child is on his or her own timetable. The ADHD brain just develops differently. It is not wrong, it's just different. So I want you to celebrate progress and not perfection. Even something as small as your child putting on their own shoes without a reminder is evidence of growth. So say it out loud with me. We are moving at our own pace, and that is enough. I know you are trying harder than anyone around you even realizes. You read the books, listen to the podcasts, use sticker charts, adjust your tone, and yet you still feel defeated and exhausted. You might even be wondering, why isn't it any of this working? Come closer to me and let me tell you a secret. Traditional parenting strategies are not built for the ADHD brain. That does not mean you are not trying hard enough. It means you need tools that actually fit your child. For example, if your child ignores several instructions, it is not disobedience, it is overload. Try giving simpler instructions, visuals, or checklists to support your child. This mindset shift does not just help your child, it will also help you reclaim your energy and your sanity. You may also be feeling guilty for even thinking about taking time for yourself. You are so consumed with helping your child and caring for your child's needs that your own needs are barely making the list. But your peace matters. Your calm directly impacts your child's emotional state. And when you are running on empty, everything gets harder. Taking 15 quiet minutes for yourself is not selfish, it is essential. So the next time you feel yourself about to explode, step away if you can. Splash water on your face and breathe. Ground yourself first, then return to your child. Doing this will shift the energy in your home. While these mindset shifts won't fix everything overnight, they will help you to be seen. They will just help you feel seen. They will help you parent your child with ADHD without drowning in fear or exhaustion. So you remember, you are not a bad mom. Repeat after me: I am not a bad mom. You are parenting a child whose brain is wired differently. And that is why I have created something for you. It is called 5 Mindset Shifts Every Mom Parenting a Child with ADHD Needs in order to stop drowning and start building a great relationship with your child. It is short, it's real, and it's free. These are the 5 mindset shifts that helped me to stop blaming myself, to stop spiraling in shame, and start understanding my son with ADHD in a way that changed the energy in our entire home. These mindset shifts are not about perfection. They are about relief and they are about clarity. They are about breaking out of survival mode and stepping into something that actually works. Because if you are constantly second guessing yourself, if you are laying awake at night wondering what damage yelling at your child with ADHD has done, if you feel like your child's behavior is destroying your peace and your confidence, then this is where you start. You don't need to fix everything today. You don't need to figure it out all by bedtime. You just need to shift your thinking from guilt to clarity, from fear to connection, one day at a time, one struggle at a time. That is what the free PDF will help you do. You can read it in a few minutes, keep it on your phone, put it uh, print it out, or just stick it on your fridge. Use it in those moments when you're about to lose it and need something to ground yourself. I will drop a link to the free download in the description below. This is something I made to share with you because I wish someone had handed it to me when I was drowning. And if you stay with me here on this channel, you will keep getting tools like this. Not judgment, not fluff, just real support from someone who actually gets it. Because this journey you're on, it is hard. It seems lonely, but you do not have to do it alone anymore. So go ahead, subscribe to this channel, and download the free mindset shifts. They won't solve everything, but they will help you to breathe again. And they just might remind you that you are not broken. You are just parenting differently. And that takes strength most people will never understand. So let me leave you with this: give yourself grace. You are parenting a child with ADHD, and that takes a warrior's heart. Hit subscribe, and I will see you in the next video.